Will you be my Valentine? It's February, traditionally the month that we think about hearts and flowers and candy and dates and a little romance, spending a little more time loving on the people that are important in our lives. I think that we should be loving on ourselves every month. And that's why one of my mottos is love thy selfie. I think particularly for many women, certainly I earned that badge. I am often much more critical of myself than anybody else could ever be. I'm not good enough. I'm not young enough. I'm not slim enough. I'm not. There's always this drive to be better than instead of going, this is me and this is wonderful. And I do love my selfie. It's such an awkward thing at first to say to myself. I was raised with that sort of attitude of don't be vain, don't be looking for compliments, always be very humble and meek. And if you think too much of yourself, you're really just heading for trouble. That you should always only be thinking about other people. And as a woman, you should put yourself last. And you should always kind of be demure or at least not practicing any form of self-admiration or self-appreciation. Fortunately, that's changing a lot. But of course, the other side of the coin can be that now, today, with our social environment where we are being exposed to filtered and altered photographs of everybody's a life, that it becomes even more of a challenge to go, oh my, this is me without my makeup, on a bad hair day, on a day when I'm feeling less than the superwoman that I want to be or that I need to be for myself and for others. A friend of mine said something that's just stuck with me. We're talking about at our age, we're both in our 60s plus, how to feel desirable and sexy and passionate, and the disappointment in changing and evolving relationships over time where some of that passion is lost, or we just don't feel sexy enough to deserve that passion. Her statement was, really, if I don't turn me on, who can? I don't know where you are in this spectrum of evolution as a woman, but can you look at yourself and say, hey, babe, you turn me on? And when you do, and really, really say that with conviction, how does that change your attitude, your feeling, your posture, your smile, your sparkle, your tingle in all those great feminine places? Has society pegged us wrong? Do we stop being romantic or sexy or just wanting physical affection after menopause or in our 60s? I'm a grandmother who's a live, warm-blooded woman, and I want not only to be admired for who I am authentically, but to admire myself for who I truly am. I wonder about how you feel about this. What are the ways that we can appreciate ourselves and to continue to build ourselves up so that we feel great and we set examples for people around us? The old adage, if mama's not happy, nobody's happy. I think that applies to how we feel about ourselves and how that radiates around us and affects other people. There's the energy, the vibes that are flowing when you do feel good about yourself. As a woman aging through childbearing years and menopause and divorce and business challenges and growth and the loss of loved ones, dear friends and parents, it isn't always sunshine and lollipops, is it? But then you add on to that as we get a little older and hair is growing where we don't want it to and isn't growing where we wish it would more. Our body's letting us down and it's changing and morphing, and hormones are coming and going. And staying up late means staying up past 9 p.m. Our energy levels can be lower, and our habits and our willpower, we have different priorities. Let's just say that. But does that mean that we aren't any less vibrant and desirable to ourselves and for ourselves? I think not. I think it's a matter of changing our perspective and realizing the societal norms of the curly haired, blue haired grandma and the cardigan sweater and the sensible shoes are not relevant anymore unless we choose. That is who we are, and that's what we love about ourselves. Instead, we have options. We're evolutionary women. We can rewrite those standards. And in fact, we're writing what I call her story. What does it mean now, 21 and beyond, to be a woman in the third stage of her life? And what do you do and how do you show up in those 50, 40, 30, 20 more years that you will live vibrantly and energetic? What are the ways that you identify with this new you, this next you? How do you leverage that to influence your life, your own autonomy and satisfaction? And also, how do you influence others and be a mentor or role model for those around you? And with all of that lifetime of accumulated tacit knowledge, feminine wisdom, experience, strengths, and skills, what will you do to help others as you lift, as you climb, and have an impact that is significant and is the legacy that you create? Be very interested to hear what your thoughts are about. Do you turn yourself on? And if you don't, what are you going to do about it?